According to Ukrainian armed forces, Russia was not able to overtake the city of Kyiv tonight. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said tonight hundreds of Russian soldiers have lost their lives while at the same time losing soldiers of their own. Throughout the early hours in Ukraine, the fight was in the streets. Take a listen. This video showing the exchange of gunfire breaking out in Ukraine's largest city. The battle lasting throughout the night, but the city does remain in Ukraine control. In a new video, Zelensky looks to dispel rumors of the opposite.
Всім доброго ранку, українці.
New tonight, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky vowing to stay in the capital city of Kyiv as Russian troops draw near. Posting this video an hour ago from central Kyiv, the president says, "There's a lot of fake information online that I call on our army to lay down arms and that there's an evacuation." On Thursday, Zelensky warned he and his family were Putin's top two targets as his counterpart looks to topple the government.
Все це будемо захищати.
"I'm here. We won't lay down our arms. We will defend our state."
He's made clear that he's still in Ukraine, proudly and courageously standing up in the face of the Russian attack.
Sirens sound as explosions are heard moving closer and closer to the country's largest city. Ukraine continues its fight with Russia, defending their homeland.
Ukraine is fighting back. They are defending themselves.
But it may not be enough. So far, hundreds of casualties have been reported, with soldiers lying lifeless and buildings in Kyiv hit with shelling split in half. It's an invasion being seen by the world. This video going viral showing a Russian tank making what looks like an intentional maneuver to crush a passing car. Bystanders rushing to save the driver, who seems to somehow survive after his car was flattened. In the latest round of sanctions against Russia, the European Union and the United States both authorizing sanctions against members of the Kremlin and its top leader.
President Putin and Foreign Minister Lavrov are in the list of sanctioned people.
The United States will join them in sanctioning President Putin and Foreign Minister Lavrov and members of the Russian National Security Team.
For the first time in history, NATO activated its response force. The special force made of international air, ground, and sea military members are on standby as a deterrence to what officials call Putin's threats to international peace. Should Russia threaten a NATO nation, the force can deploy quickly.
One of the reasons we're doing this is because we want to make it clear to him that we will defend every inch of NATO territory.
It is important to note U.S. and NATO troops are not expected to enter Ukraine to fight off the Russian advancement. Instead, they're protecting NATO countries nearby, of which Ukraine is not a member of. Thousands of citizens fled the capital, but tonight the country's defense leaders are still instructing their citizens to take up arms and make Molotov cocktails to keep the Russians away. Of course, we'll keep you updated with the very latest. And I do want to mention here, according to Reuters, President Biden has now instructed the U.S. State Department to release some $350 million in aid to help assist Ukraine as they continue their fight against Russia. Reporting live in the newsroom, Pedro Rivera, KTLA 5 News.